Ξεκινάμε με τον καθηγητή Πέτερ Schnedlitz από το Πανεπιστήμιο της Βιέννης, τον οποίο καλώ στο πόντιουμ.
Kalispera. By the way, the Austrian retailer did a very good job during the crisis, during the finance and economic crisis. They didn't lose revenues, profits, and even didn't lose customers. So I think retailing is all about trust and people. And that should we remember if we discuss the future of retailing in Greece. By the way, watching the discussion about the problems in Greece, I have the feeling that it's not only a crisis of economy, it's also a crisis of economists. Because their results, their recommendations have a great spread, and nobody really knows how to solve the problem. I think retailing is a very interesting field of research. They could not imagine Greece without retailing. For me, this country is always very tight connected to retail business. You have people who know how to celebrate, and retail is fun and people. And I am sure, and Mr. Sch.Е.Л.P.Е, the Austrian economist, was quoted tonight. He once said, private consumption is the heart and the engine of an economy. And I think that's still worth to be quoted in such a distinguished conference. I will draw your attention to 6 bullet points, and I have a couple of minutes time here to present my ideas. The first bullet point is authenticity. This is very important in retail business. Value and values, customers in control, constantly connected, all kinds of commerce, and considered consumption. These are the 3 major points for discussion. I go into the discussion right now. First one. Consumers nowadays will increasingly look for distinctive, really retail experience. They don't want to be cheated by plastic lions and so on. That's very different to America. Shops, the smell of the shop is very important, how the way the Americans express it. The atmosphere, how the people work there, and authenticity is very much one of these trends going on all over the world. A shop has to tell a story, hopefully a compelling story, to become successful. And on the way back of Greece retailing, that will be an important thing. Value and values. Customers are starting to demand that retailers not only offer value, but also espouse values like environmental and social responsibility. You see to the right the Tesco carbon footprint truck, or Rewe Germany has a green building award, or won a green building award. We do, in Austria, we do or realize a project about social markets. You should know there are many poor people in Austria as well. Only people with an income less than 800 euros can buy there, for example, and those shops are crowded. It happens all over the world, and social responsibility will be a big thing during the next years. Customers in control. I wrote up there the last minute before decision, or the last 5 minutes before decision, it may be after the decision, will become more important because the power shift from manufacturers to retailers and now to the customers. They have information on the palm of her hand or his hand, and that gives them a power to decide in a different way. Some funny pictures may be to this, constantly be connected. It happens that maybe the father and the daughter speak to each other by their cellular handy, and they are always connected all the time, and what they call, the researchers call digital natives. And the guy down to the right is the digital immigrant. He is not familiar with those types of retailing. Social media is a big thing. New challenges. Consumers are engaging, connecting. Yeah, everybody of you might know this. Co-creating, sharing, pictures, and so on. And for retail business, it is a new challenge, of course, because there can be rumor in the net, and they show you 3 pictures from the social media initiative of REWE, Germany and Austria, and they started, for example, to look what people are talking about in the internet. For example, good news, good rumor, bad rumor about REWE in the internet, and I think for a researcher that's a very interesting way of doing focus groups and feeling what people are talking about and where innovations are. And they show you a map, a so-called geographic opinion cloud map that shows you where do they talk wonderful about REWE and where do they have complaints about REWE. And so you can get informations about those people who are very familiar with the internet. Next point, all kinds of commerce. I think the time has gone that there's only stationary retail offering. They have traditional store commerce, e-commerce, and we see Amazon here as a picture also with multi-channel retailing. F-commerce, social commerce, and all those things I'm sure you know. Last major point, considered consumption. The consumer will deal and think about buying, make a mindful choice, and this kind of provocative pictures over there, lead less, consume less, and waste less, is a big thing, at least in many countries of Europe. For example, you should imagine the bread that is thrown away in Vienna every day, the fresh bread, would be enough for the second biggest city of Austria, Graz. So this fresh orientation in retail is a big problem for waste development. Food might become a weapon. It's an old picture of the 1943 where they said, the Americans said, food might be a weapon, don't waste it. And speculations and so on might give them a new perspective. Retail is always emotion too. Look at this picture. He's going to the fitness using escalators, going up and going down. So it's always emotion and knowledge about this, and price, of course. The picture of the entrance of Walmart in Toronto. Everyday low price is a big thing. Thanks for your attention, and read the sentence. Poor people need low prices. Rich people love them. Thank you very much.
Και τώρα καλούμε στο βήμα τον καθηγητή Νίλ Τάουερς από το Πανεπιστήμιο Χέριο Γουότ της Σκωτίας, του Εδιμβούργου,